Me okay? Awesome.
Yes.
Yay. Awesome, awesome. Hi, Eileen. It's great to see you. We've got Christine. Hello, Miss Margaret. You look lovely. Lovely. We've got Deirdre here, Sean, Grania. Great. We got everybody here. All right. So we are diving in today. The recording is already on about finishing up your lead magnet, the actual physical component of it, and then moving into your welcome series. Okay, so we're going to talk about that today, and we're also going to talk about opt-in pages. So, what the hell is that? How to actually create one if you don't know how to create one. We'll talk about that as well. I've blocked out 90 minutes today. So, if you guys know already like how to do an opt-in page, I'm going to save that for the end. You can absolutely pop off early. But I wanted to just make this a little bit longer for people who are unsure how to actually kind of create one, set one up, and then depending on where everybody is, if we need to do another, a special one, absolutely. Yeah, no problem, Wendelin. So, so glad that you're here. Oh my gosh, you guys, like my makeup is like so wonky today. I'm like, what is happening? I'm like looking at it going, what is going on there? Anyways.
Looks great on camera. You're good.
Okay, good. I feel like my cheeks are like, whoa. I don't know. I mean, I'll always do the red lipstick. That's definitely something I got from my grandma. So for those of you that are reading the Soulful Abundance System, my grandma Paula, like she always had the lips. She always had the black eyeliner. I definitely picked that up from her. We used to have coffee in bed when I was little. I used to dress up in her nightgown and felt like a Spanish dancer because she had like this really beautiful like nightgowns in her closet. So yeah, she is one of the reasons why I dedicated the book to her with all of her um, support and modeling of being an empowered woman. So awesome. Here we have Miss Caroline. All right, so we're going to dive in. Oh, hang on, come back. We got Jessica trying to come in. All right. Now, does everybody have the workbook? Because this is where your welcome series is located. Okay. So we've got a couple templates for you to use so that you can create your three-part welcome series. And it is inside your workbook. And what we've done is we've given you an opportunity to do two things. You can either create it yourself, and we're giving you some examples in your workbook of what that looks like. We're also giving you a ChatGPT prompt that you can use, but it's not just like, hey, ChatGPT, give me a three email sequence. It's like, speak to this client who is having this problem, that this freebie is solving the solution, right? Because ChatGPT is great for ideas, but it can only give us information based on what it is that we're actually asking it, right? So creating your welcome email sequence should not take a long time, like hour max, an hour max. I do not want you guys getting in the weeds with this. And if you want my eyeballs on it, post it inside the Ask Me Anything place inside of Lead Magnet that monetizes, and I am more than happy to look at it. And if there's anything that is glaring that's like, oh, we really need to, change that, I'll let you know. Otherwise, your email sequence is going to be what we are going to be giving to our ideal client after they download the freebie. Okay. So the way that our client attraction goes and the way that we use our freebie is we give them the link, and we're going to talk about the opt-in page. Where do you find the link? How do you create the link? Like all of the things, right? They're going to give us their email and their name. And then our email system is going to deliver the freebie directly to them automatically, which is great because that means you don't have to worry about, oh my gosh, who wants my freebie? Who's asking for the freebie? Like, how do I send the freebie, right? It is going to do it automatically. But you do need to have, and I talked about this in week one, you do need to have an email marketing system. And the one that I recommend is ConvertKit. ConvertKit is the one I used for many, many years. I've tried Constant Contact. I've tried MailChimp. I've tried MailerLite. I've tried all of the other things. And the one that I landed on and the one that I recommend for my clients was called, when I was using it, ConvertKit. It's now called Kit. So kit.com is the one that I recommend. It's also the one that we've got any recordings on how to actually set up and create a landing page and things like that for you. Okay. So if you don't have that, you need to get it because otherwise you can't deliver your freebie to your people. You have to have an email marketing system. Absolutely 1000%. If you want a business, you got to have this. Like this is a non-negotiable. Okay. Now Kit is free. It's free. Except, okay, let me take that back. It is free. However, in order to automatically send some things, you're going to want the paid version. But it's only $29 a month. Like it's not expensive. It's not going to break the bank. It's absolutely 1000% worth it. Okay. And here's why. If you do not have an email marketing system, you are not collecting emails, you are not growing a list, you are not able to send emails out to your people or to your audience without having to manually input, hi Jessica, their names, without having to spend a lot of wasted time and energy that you really don't need to be doing because we've got something that's $29 a month that's going to do it for you. It's going to do it for you. It is going to deliver. Not only is it going to create the front page for which is actually selling your lead magnet, right? When I talk about selling, it's our registration page is what we create so that when our person sees that, they're like, oh, hell yeah, I want that freebie. Heck yeah, I want that freebie. So if you do not have an email marketing system, you do not have a way to create a landing page. You do not have a way to create a landing page. You do not have a way to bring emails into your ecosystem. Okay. Outside of someone just texting you, here's my email. Okay. So this is a non negotiable. Everybody needs an email marketing system. Before I go further, can I answer any questions about why this is so critical? Anybody have any questions around this? Please let me answer them if you do.
How far can you get with the free version of Kit? Like, does the free version do like mostly everything that you need, or do you have to get the paid version?
I prefer the paid version because it allows you to set up your welcome sequence to go out automatically. And what that means is when somebody gives you their name and email address, on the free version, you can create a landing page, you can upload your freebie that gets delivered to them, but that stops there. With the paid version, you can say, okay, 2 days later, send out email number one as part of my email sequence. And then 2 days after that, send out email number two. And then 2 days after that, send out email number three. If you do not have this, you are going to have to remember when did somebody opt in? When is the 2 days for email number one? When is the 2 days for email number two? When is the 2 days for email number three? And then we're going to move into a monetization sequence. So we're going to also go with 4, 5, and 6, which is going to invite them into a paid offer. If you do not have this dialed in, are you really going to want to remember every single person on the date? Like, how are you even going to track that? Like, I don't know. That like makes my head spin even thinking about like that. Like, how would I even set up a spreadsheet to track that? I don't know. Yeah. Yes, my dear. Yeah. Oh,
So,
you're on mute.
yeah. What are your thoughts on Flowdesk?
Flowdesk is good too.
Okay.
Actually, Stephanie, our tech coach, uses Flowdesk. I just don't know the back end of Flowdesk, but we can certainly have, Steph come in and do a training, or my VA, do
Okay.
a training. So she does know it. If you guys have some specific questions, they're all pretty much the same. They're all pretty much the same. They just might call the different pieces a little bit different, right? They might, instead of a sequence, Flowdesk might call it a flow or a workflow or something. So, um, yeah. Gwendolyn.
So I have MailChimp and
Mhm.
will they give some help? I mean, I see how you do it on MailChimp, but I've always needed a little more support and guidance.
Mhm.
Are you offering, is that what you're saying? They'll come and no. So, but
Mm-mm.
we have to take this and put it on whatever thing we have. We have to figure out how to do that.
Mhm. Yeah,
Right.
unless you want to book like a private call, I can set up a private call with, Steph if you want to,
Sure.
do that. You can pay her to, kind of give you a power hour or something like that for
Sure.
sure.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
absolutely.
Thanks.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah. But I don't know MailChimp on the back end, so that's not something that I could support you with. But again, most of it is going to be the same. And the way that it goes is there's going to be a page that we create that it's called multiple things. It can be called a registration page, it could be called an opt-in page, it could be called a landing page, it could be called a lead magnet page, same thing. All that means is that somebody is landing on a visual page on the internet that tells about the freebie, what's in it, what are the benefits of downloading it, with a space to pop in their email and their name and click submit. And then automatically an email gets sent to them and the freebie gets sent to them. Okay. Some people also add a thank you page, totally optional if you want a thank you page. And a thank you page could do a couple things. This is what we're going to talk about today, kind of because what we want to do is we want to decide where do we want them to go once they're on our email list, right? Where I see a lot of people getting stuck, even people that are making money in their business, where they're getting stuck is they're getting leads, but they're not doing anything with the leads that are landing in their email system, right? So and then they're like, oh, I need to find more clients. I need to find more leads. Is that really true? Or do you just need to do something with the ones that you have, right? So we want to make sure that we are telling them where to go, just like we did in your lead magnet, in your freebie, right? We said to take this action, right? Or join my Facebook group, or, we're leading them. We are asking them to do something. Your welcome series is going to do the same thing. It is also, though, creating a little story about you and what it is that you're doing and why you're doing it so that people get to know you. So that people are like, oh, that's so cool. Like, wow, Margaret has been, in the healing touch world for decades. Right. And so like some people would be like, oh, how that's really cool. Like I never knew she was a oncology nurse privately, right? Which is going to add to your authority and add to your credibility, right? So, and they're going to get this automatically. So in your workbook, we've got email number 1 structured for you. It's a plug and play. Then we've got email number 2, and then we've got email number 3 for you. That is your welcome sequence. Now, the difference between a welcome sequence and a buying sequence is that your welcome sequence is not inviting them to make a purchase. Your welcome sequence is just giving them value, talking about the value of actually downloading the lead magnet, of actually taking the action, about the benefits of what it is that you're talking about. But there's no request to buy. There's no request. Well, request. That's a hard word. I don't know. Does anybody else's tongue get stuck on request? No? Okay, it's just me. Um, so we don't want to ask them to buy anything because there hasn't been enough nurturing yet, right? But in the welcome sequence, what we do want to do is we want to invite them to connect with us more. And so that can look like a lot of different things depending on what you already have set up. What I love to do is I want them to come to my Facebook group because I've got more content there. I show up regularly. They're going to actually see posts every single day. There's going to be a guide section where they can get more value. I do lives once a week. Like I want them there because that's my community, right? And that is my community specifically to serve, to give value, and to nurture. Okay. So that is one of the best ways that you can actually nurture outside of just doing a talk or showing up somewhere. Okay. Caroline, you had a question about that. Mm, you're on mute. I can't hear you, honey.
You said there's no paid offer, but somewhere I thought you said you're
In
gonna,
your welcome sequence, in your welcome sequence,
oh,
in your welcome sequence. The first 3 emails is your welcome sequence. The
okay.
Yeah, the emails number 4, 5, and 6, there's going to be a paid offer, and we're going to be invite them into a bite-size offer.
Okay. Is that because I don't see that in my,
That's your monetization email sequence is not in your book, but it is inside of the Mighty Networks. It says sales email sequence
okay.
right in there. So all you have to do is click on that. It's going to open up into my Google Drive and it's going to give you a sales email sequence that you can edit for your personal offer, whatever it is that you decide that you want to invite them in.
Oh, okay. That makes sense. I was like, where's the offer?
Mhm. Yeah. Yeah. So first we're going to do the welcome sequence, right?
Okay.
And the opt-in page. And I want you guys to understand how that works, because if you understand how it works, you're going to be able to duplicate it. Okay. Jessica, you have a question.
Regarding, you said sales, and that made me think about like sales pages in general.
Mhm.
for your offers that you create, obviously not in the welcome sequence, but you want to have something like another set of landing pages that are sales pages that flesh out, what it is that you're offering beyond what you give in the email, right?
No, not necessarily. Again, if we're going to keep it simple, 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 and again, my focus here, because you guys are brand new to getting this together, is to keep it as simple as possible so you don't get caught in the weeds of all of the things that you could do.
Okay.
You do not need to sell from a sales page. You do not need to have a website to sell from. You do not need to even create that. You could simply sell from a Google Doc. You could simply sell from a Google Doc. And I know many, many coaches. As a matter of fact, one of the coaches that I worked with back in 2019, she's, made multiple millions in her business and she still sells from a Google Doc today.
So she's using the Google Doc as the sales page.
She's using a Google Doc as information about the offer. And then, yes, then there's a link there that they can click and they can buy. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Mhm. Yeah. Yeah. So great, great idea. Yeah. Oh, good. Yeah. Eileen is still selling from a Google Doc. Yeah. It doesn't have to be fancy, you guys. It really doesn't. Right. And again, I don't want to get too far into the offers because we're not quite there yet. Like if I'll answer another question about the offer and then let me stick on the welcome sequence because that is really what we need to get that dialed in first anyways, before we go into the offers. Yeah. Lauren.
Question on the welcome sequence.
Mhm.
Sorry, I just got confused first, and I was looking at some of the other materials in the
In the membership.
in the drive that you
Yeah.
set up for this. So I just want to make sure I understand. I think I just heard you say there's 3
Mhm.
connection emails before
Mhm.
you sell anything, and then there's
Another
emails to
3.
move into a paid offering with you.
Yep.
And I thought I was reading something in there that it was like, first there's an email welcoming, then an email creating a bond, like telling a story, and then an email inviting support,
Mhm.
which, so
Those
I'm
are
just getting
Oh,
confused
yeah,
on
yeah,
the
yeah.
3.
Gotcha. So no. So number 3 is again, we're not going to invite them to buy until we get into email number 4. The first 3
Okay.
emails are just going to be around creating connection, giving value, making sure they actually downloaded it. You would be surprised how many people
Mhm.
sign up for a freebie and never actually download the freebie. Right. So really the first email is going to be, hey, I'm so glad you're here. Well, first of all, the email that happens automatically. So really it's really kind of 4 welcome emails. So because the first one is automatically happens directly, it's already connected to your landing page.
Yeah,
And
that's like day
yeah,
0.
and it's like, yeah, day 0, here you go. Here's your freebie. So glad that you have it. Download it. Then the next one is, hey, if you haven't downloaded it yet, like here's the link, go download it, right? And then the next one is a little bit of story about you. And maybe the next one is, maybe it could even be a client result, or it could be, there's a lot of different ways that, we can use your sequence. But what we want to do is start creating a little bit of social proof and sharing with your people what's possible for them when they actually take action and implement some of the things. Okay. So I've given you a spine, and that's what I want you to look at. Your ChatGPT prompts that are in your workbook for the welcome sequence is just a spine. It is an option. You don't have to use it if you don't want to. For those of you that are inside of the Success Studio, there's actually 100 Rockstar email templates, and there's a welcome sequence in there that you can take a look at if you want. And if you like that better, use that, right? There is no one right way to do an email sequence. So I'm giving you a spine. Again, a spine is flexible, right? It's not like it's got to be this way or no way, right? But I'm giving you a place to start so that we can just get this up and going and get a simple email sequence without, getting stuck in the weeds around it. Yeah. I thought I saw another hand go up. Okay, Emily. Yeah.
Okay, just a quick question. So they go through the welcome sequence, and then at what point, like, does Kit give you the ability to, they go through the sequence and then they just become part of the newsletter, or is that like 2 different tracks that they'll
Yeah.
get simultaneously?
It's one tracked. So when they opt into your freebie, they're going to go through 3 emails, which you're welcome. And then email number 456, which is part of the same sequence, is going to be your paid bite size offer. After that's complete, there's not another email after, so they're not going to get any more emails as part of that sequence, but they will get your newsletter if you are asking, if you are asking Kit to send it to your list, right? So, which is what you're going to do. You're going to send out, for those of you that have an email newsletter and you send that out either once a month or once a week, that just goes out to your whole list. So it's
Okay.
going to go out on the same date to everybody. So here's where I know that there can be a little bit of confusion between what's the difference between a broadcast and a sequence, and right. When you send in a newsletter out or when you send an email and you want it to go to everybody at the same time, that means it's going out on the same day at the same time. That's called a broadcast. A sequence is different. A sequence is automated based on when they opt into your freebie. So if somebody opts into my freebie a month ago and somebody opts into my freebie today, the person who opted in a month ago already got the sequence. The person who opted in today is starting from day 0 and they're going to get the sequence, right? So they're going to get day 0, 2 days later, they're going to get 1, 2 days later, they're going to get 2, 2 days later, they're going to get 3. And all of that happens behind the scenes. All of that happens easily in Kit. You don't even have to think about it. Like it's just going to be done for you. As soon as they opt in, it happens. Okay. So, and we want it to happen like that because we want to make sure that our person is going to hear from us and we don't want them to just be a name on a list.
Mhm.
Does that make sense? Yeah.
Yeah, it just, so I'm just kind of curious to clarify if they're on, like, let's say email number 3 of the 6 email sequence and you send out a
They
newsletter.
will still get your newsletter.
Okay, so they'll be on both. Okay. Okay, cool.
Yep. Yep.
Thank you.
They will be on both. Yep. Yep. Unless you specifically say, do not send it to these people who are in this sequence, which I don't know why you would want to do that. You would, I want everybody to get the newsletter. Yeah. Yeah. And isn't that good that we don't have to think about it? Isn't that good that we don't have to be like, I don't know who gets this, who doesn't get this? Then we're like, I'm out. I'm out, right? Like, the things that we can automate, let's automate, right? We can't automate relationships necessarily, right? We can't like automate real connection. We can't, automate that piece, but there are pieces that we can automate. Yeah. Caroline.
So are we saying that about every 2 days is where you want those first 3 going out?
Yeah. Every 2 to 3 days.
Okay.
Yep, every 2 to 3 days is a good rule of thumb. Yeah, because we want to make sure that they get the whole welcome sequence within like the first 7 days of their opting in. We don't want them to
Okay.
forget about you.
And they're able, I've noticed that, so they're able to reply to every email, and that's how you kind of know where they're at if they respond.
Yeah, if they respond, for sure. Yeah, and we do want them to respond, right? And it could be as simple as, "Hey, let me know that you got it."
Yeah.
Right? Because the more people respond, the more, and this might sound a little techy, but the more your email marketing is going to land in people's mailboxes, right? So that's a good thing. It's kind of like a law of attraction, right? Even in Facebook or the algorithm, right? There's believe it or not, there's even an email algorithm that if people are opening up your emails, it will make sure that more of the people on your list see it. So we do want to make sure that we are asking them to do something, either reply back, let me know you got this, or, and that typically is going to happen as soon as we send it to them, right? So it's, here's your download, reply back, let me know you got it. Let me know it didn't land in spam. Right now, when they reply back, your email marketing system is going to say, oh, this person wants to hear, so we will make sure that that does not land into spam or promotions. And your email marketing system is going to go, oh, she responded to that email, so she wants to see more of those emails. We will make sure that it doesn't land in spam or promotions.
So in that first email, well, actually, I'm looking at the second email. Have you had a chance to peek at this, reply to me if you got it? You can actually say that.
Absolutely. Yeah, you can say reply to me if you got it. You could say what tip did you decide to implement? What questions do you have for me about blah blah blah, right? There's a lot of different ways that we can, ask them to reply. Yeah. Cool, cool. So is everybody clear on the why behind the welcome sequence? Okay, great. Let's talk about landing pages then, because landing pages are where they are going to land. I don't know why we call it landing, but we do. It's where they are going to go, where they're actually going to see on their computer the information about the freebie. And I gave you multiple versions of what mine look like, multiple versions of what several of mine have looked like. And what we want to have on our landing pages is, and let me just go ahead and pull it up so that I can make sure that I can share it with you. Let me just do the freebie checklist. Okay. Okay, here we go. Hang on, where is it? Trying to get to the right page in the workbook. Okay, here we go. All right.
What page is that?
It is, hang on just a minute and I'll tell you. 10. So there's several things to look at. So I'm giving you a whole bunch of different types, right? And that start on page 7. And, quiz it again, these are all different types that you can use. So when we think about a freebie, what we want to do is make sure that we have, or our landing page, we want to make sure that we are telling them exactly what it is, right? So we want to say like, this is what the thing is, right? And let's see, hang on, the cover page. So your cover page is going to have your title and maybe a tagline. So for example, on the landing page for even the abundant coach code, there is the cover page, which the title is the abundant coach code. And then underneath it, it says 6 steps too, right? Let me grab that one and I'll just show you. That way you can kind of see an actual example. Let me get into this. And your opt-in page is created inside of your email marketing system. It's not created on Canva. Okay, I get that question often. Where do I create the landing page? It's created in your email marketing system. It's not created in Canva. Okay, Canva is where you create your workbook or a PDF. Okay, and the actually, let me use a different checklist for you. Here we go. I'm going to use this one. I'm going to use the revenue generators for you. Okay. Hang on. Okay, come back. Stop the share. I need to share this one. Okay, here we go. So this is in my email marketing system. I use Kartra. You do not need to use Kartra. I'm just letting you know what I use, just because you see it up here. This is an opt-in page. This is the cover page. And it says, what is it? Well, it's a free download and it's called Revenue Generating Activities Blueprint. Okay, here is the subtitle here. The aligned action that 6- and 7-figure coaches use to create consistent clients, predictable and blah, 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 blah consistently. Okay, here's the email opt-in. They have to put their first name, their last name, and their email. What I want you to notice is a couple things. This, where they put their name in email, first name, last name, email, I do recommend first name and last name because there's a lot of Jennifers, a lot of Sallys, a lot of, different people out there. And if we ever want to find them on Facebook, which I do, when someone downloads my freebie, I either go find them on Facebook or I ask my assistant to find them on Facebook so I can start a dialogue with them. Okay, so we do want their first name, last name, but I want you to see where the first name, last name, and email is. It's not way down at the bottom. It's way up at the, well, there is one down at the bottom, but really the first place is up at the top. And we call this being above the fold. If we're talking in marketing terminology, it's above the fold because they see it immediately and we want them to take action. Okay. So this right here, this photo, and this is a little ninja tip for you. When you create your workbook, this is just the cover of my freebie. I just downloaded it as a PNG, which is a photo file. That's all I did. I didn't recreate it. I didn't create something different. Honestly, the easiest thing to do is just download the front page of your freebie and pop it there. Pop it there. Just, yeah, really, really easy. You could even take a screenshot of it if you wanted to and pop it in there. Okay, so your cover page is going to have your title and a little bit about it and why do they actually want to download it. Okay. And again, this is just a really simple one. I added here like what's inside. All right, what are the reasons why they want it? Now there's a little bit more information. This is what it is. This is what's included in it, these 5 things. And then I have a little bit about me so that people know who I am, why they should trust me, why they should buy, download it. And then we give them another opportunity to download the checklist again.
Is that in our workbook?
No, it's not because this is something that I just created.
Oh,
Mhm. But you do have an example of this in your workbook, not this specific page, but you do have an example in your workbook of title, where the and where everything goes.
okay. So that's on 7, 8, 9, and 10.
No, it's probably further down, Caroline. I am going to have to look for that for you, but it is in your workbook. It
Okay.
tells you exactly, to have a clear tagline and title, what you have on your, and you can use the same tagline and title from your
Freebie.
maybe, yeah. So if we take a look at page 25, if you scroll down further on page 25, that is where we're talking more about your opt-in page. Do you see that?
Yeah.
Okay, cool, cool. So let me stop the share for this one and I'll go back to the workbook and we can talk more about
So
the page.
if
I
I may
don't-
say, page 25 has next we need a short explainer that
Oops, I'm
dives.
sorry, 22. My bad. My
Okay.
bad.
I think it's 22 and 23.
Yep. Thank you. So this is what we're looking at here, creating your opt-in page. It's a simple sign-up page where people exchange their email for your freebie. And again, this is just a picture of a previous one. Headline, collaborations made easy. Explainer, this is why, this is what is going to happen, right? Then here's the form, first name, last name, email. Phone number is optional. You don't need their phone number if you're not going to send them texts. And then this is what we just broke down is there's benefits and then there's about you.
Do you recommend it in 2 separate pages?
Well, it's not actually 2 separate pages. It's actually when you build it in your email platform, it's just on one long page.
Okay.
Yeah, I just took pictures of it so that I could show you exactly what this was.
Okay.
Okay. In the sections, right? So I just wanted you to see, okay, so this is what the form looks like. This is what the benefits would look like, and this is a little bit about me. Okay.
Um, I'm a little confused. So, I mean, if somebody would to print it off, they're
No,
getting,
they're not printing it off. This is an opt-in page. They're
oh,
not printing anything off. This is not your freebie. This is where they're
oh,
giving you their name and email to get the freebie. So this is the page that they're looking
oh,
at to give
okay.
you their name and email address. They're not printing anything off from this. This is
Okay.
how they are going to opt in or register to get your freebie.
Okay.
Yeah. So if you go back to 22, read page 22, and it's telling you exactly what that is.
Mm-hmm.
They're not printing that. They're not printing anything. Yeah, Gwendolyn.
So the example you gave us of what you just made that's not in the book, that was all laid out really nicely. But you do all of that layout not in Canva, but on your and
In
you
your email marketing.
and in your email marketing, but you had it all nice, and yet it gives you an opportunity to lay it out the way you did like that. So it
Yeah,
probably gives you
absolutely.
different templates or something.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it gives
So
you the templates.
ConvertKit gives you templates that are in there. I don't know about MailChimp. I'm sure they
It
do.
has templates.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's how you
So
did it.
pick a
All right.
template that you like. Exactly. We just did a template.
Okay.
And now, honestly, what we do is we just duplicate the template over and over again, and we just change the wording out and change the photos out, and we keep everything else the same, right? About me isn't going to change. I'm still the same person, right? The benefits will change, so we'll edit it that, we'll edit that, but everything else. Yeah. So they are in Kit, Emily. You have to, click on create a landing page, and when you click on create a landing page, all of the templates come up for you to choose from. There's a
Okay.
lot. There's a
Yeah.
lot.
All of the ones that I've gone through, like I have one up now that I'm looking at, and it's just the opt-in section, and then like you can add one picture. There's nothing like where I can really add any additional like
It
about
is.
or benefits.
It is. It's there. You just have to add it. You have to actually press the plus sign to
Okay.
add what it is that you want on there.
Okay.
It's there.
Okay.
Yep. Deirdre has it. Margaret's used it. Yeah. We can certainly, if we need to do another training on this again, I am more than happy, to walk you through that. But it is, you do first go through any tutorials on ConvertKit to teach you how to add that. But you can add pictures, you can add wording, you can add as much or as little. You can even delete things off any of the templates. You just have to edit the template. Yeah, you don't have to use it as is. I would keep the form where the form is because it's typically the form is up high and we want that to be there. Okay. Caroline, does this make sense now that this isn't something that you print out?
Yes.
Okay.
I have a question about photos. I mean, do you recommend photos in throughout, or just where they are? Because I'm trying to figure out, you know, I've not done it before, so I'm just trying to find out how many photos and that kind
Yeah.
of thing.
That honestly, just keep it simple. Follow the template. Do not get in the weeds with this. Follow just like really, like there's not like you should have a minimum of 3 photos. There's no rules like that with this.
Yeah.
There really isn't. Whatever template you decide to download, you can certainly do that. We just want to make sure that we've got these pieces in it, right? So we want to make sure that we've got benefits. We want to make sure that we've got a little bit about you. And I would put a picture of you in there because people are going to want to see who you are.
Well,
Yeah.
I talk about, growing dahlias kind of in the intro of me, a little bit about me. And
Mhm.
I have one, with
Yeah.
my dahlias.
Right. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. But I guess what I'm saying is that this is personal preference here,
Yeah.
So you can add as many or as little. I wouldn't add like 10 photos because that means that the page will actually take a lot longer to load for somebody when they actually land on it. But having the photo at the top with that just shows the front page of your workbook is easy. You don't have to like recreate any of that. You can just download it from Canva as a PNG file. And in your email marketing template, there's going to be a place there that is going to allow you to replace their photo with your photo. Okay. So again, I can't speak to everybody's email marketing system because I don't know everybody's email marketing system, but that's where you're going to have to go in to your email marketing system and, find a tutorial or something if you can't figure that out. But most of the time it's easy. These days it's either click and replace or drag and drop, or, it's not difficult. There's no code involved. You don't need to do any of that crazy nonsense. Okay. Yeah, Lauren.
In what you showed us, just curious, is best practice if you have slightly longer, having an above the fold and I guess below the fold, I'm guessing is the other term in terms of the form. I know you said like, hey, notice it's up here and
Yep,
then it was also down there.
Yep.
So if
Mhm.
it gets a little longer, you recommend doing both?
Absolutely. Yeah. Yeah, it's totally fine. Yeah, there's no like one right thing. You're going to notice, I mean, even throughout my own, some of them are shorter, some of them are longer. It just depends, right? So, I mean, if you go to the Abundant Coach Code, like that's a long opt-in because it is talking about what are we doing on day one or what are we doing on day two and what are we doing on day three? And it's long, right? And that's an opt-in page. My freebie is just a simple PDF or a checklist are a lot shorter. It's this is what it is. Here, download it. These are the reasons why you want to download it. This is a little about me. Download it, right? It's like a reminder, like, don't forget if you didn't do it already, like, download it here. Yeah, but it's fairly short. The one that I just showed you is fairly short. Yeah.
And when you say download, you're just clicking on the link and then it goes, the email takes it to the person.
Yeah.
Or
I'm gonna,
the person is downloading it by clicking on it, and then they get the email.
yes, exactly. Exactly. Let me show you. Let's have everybody do this. Because this will not only show you the process, but you will also get an example of the same welcome sequence that I am guiding you through. So this one that I just created for revenue generators, I created it using the same sequence that is in your workbook. Okay, so it's in the chat. So if you notice in the chat, that is called a link. That is a link. That is what you are going to share with people to get your freebie. Everybody, I want you to go into chat and I want you to click on it. And then I want you to fill it out. Put your name, first name, last name, email, so that you can see that your person, I want you to pretend that this is yours. This is what your person is going to do. You're going to give them a link. They're going to click on the link. They're going to put their name, email on it. I think mine has a thank you page. So Caroline, when it says download, it's basically just submit, right? They're just going to click on it. But when it says download, it means it is going to go, they are going to get the download in their email.
Perfect.
Okay. So notice they're not printing anything out. They're just landing on a link. They're clicking a link and they're getting something on their computer and they're putting their name and email address and they're clicking download. Now, everybody go check your email. Everybody go check your email. Yeah, I do. Yep. If it hasn't been sent immediately to your email, it will within like the next 10, 15 minutes. Okay, that happens automatically. Notice, I'm here talking to you. I did not send how many, 3, 6, 9, 12, 15 emails out. Yeah, just out, right? So that's the day zero that I was talking about with Lauren, right? That's day zero. You signed up, you're getting it day zero. In 2 days, you're going to get another email. 2 days after that, you're going to get another one. 2 days after that, you're going to get another one. It's magic. It is. It's magic. Okay. Is everybody understanding the process that your person is going to go through now? Okay. So what we are creating right now is your opt-in page where they're going to actually go. And then creating your welcome sequence is easy, like that you're just going to follow the prompts. And then, what I would like you to do is to put your emails that you are creating in just inside of like a Google Doc, just a Google Doc. That way you can have it in one place, email number 1, email number 2, email number 3. That way it'll stay easy. And if you need my eyeballs on it, then you can just share the Google Doc with me and I can take a look at it that way. Sound good? Does everybody know what a Google Doc is? Good. Yeah, no. Gwendolyn, yeah.
Well, I do. I've used them, but it still confuses me. Like I have a drive. And because now all these things come on my computer that are from Acrobat and all these different things. But is the drive is where I make a Google, I'm pretty sure that's the Google Doc. I have a lot of them.
Your Drive is where you create a Google Doc, but your
Right.
Drive also allows you to create forms, spreadsheets, a
Oh,
whole bunch of stuff. Yeah,
yeah.
and it's free. And it's free. Think of it as like a storage place.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
Great.
yeah. Jessica.
So if you create, you know, your my brain just fell out.
Come back,
If you
Frank.
have something that is a Google Doc or something that you want to share with people and you save it in a, you know, you can separate different folders for like I don't know, Wendelin, if you have different folders for all of the different resources and things that you have, or if it's just a cacophony of alphabetically ordered stuff. But you can make different folders. I have a folder specifically for things I'm willing to share with clients, and I keep everything in there, and then I just allow them to see the one thing by setting up parameters within.
Let's not go there, Jessica. Like that is like, let's just stay on the welcome sequence right now.
Okay.
Yep, yep, yep.
Sorry, I was trying to be helpful, but then I realized it was not going to be helpful.
Yeah. Thank you. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Let's just stay on the welcome sequence. Yeah, stay on the welcome sequence. So yeah. Yes, my dear.
Um, so at the, I know we're not talking about the offer yet because that's the 4, 5, 6. Curiosity though, is that where do you kind of present the discovery call or something like that?
Yeah,
Um,
we are not going to invite them into a
okay,
discovery call. Because again, discovery calls typically, and again, there's a difference between a discovery call, which is more of a sales call. You're having a conversation with them,
right. We're not,
getting them to work with you. We don't do that in this sequence. Okay.
okay.
What you can do, and what some of my clients do, and again, remember, this is an option. This is not a have to. In the welcome sequence, you could actually invite them into like a 20-minute assessment or something like that.
That's the word. Yeah, I meant
Okay.
that's what I was looking for, but I couldn't think of the word.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, good, good, good. Yeah.
For the
Yes.
assessment, yes.
Yeah. So in your welcome sequence, you could, before we're inviting them to make any sort of purchase, you can certainly say, hey, if you want more support, if you want to walk through the freebie that you just downloaded, happy
Mhm.
to invite you to a, free 15-minute or 20-minute assessment or audit or, whatever it is that you want to call it. You could certainly put that in your welcome sequence if you want.
Okay.
Mhm.
That and that's free.
Mhm.
Now, what I mean, uh, they can hire you right there if they want to. I mean, if you're just sitting there answering questions and asking them how you can help them, if they say, well, how can
Can
I
I
work
work with
with
you?
you? Then
Yeah,
it did become a sales call at the end, but it doesn't start out that way, and that's not the purpose.
exactly.
You're serving people, but if they say, I want it, I
Yeah.
want to work with you, what do I have to do?
Course.
Okay.
Yeah, of
Okay.
course. Absolutely. Yes. And sometimes that does happen. So here's what I do when that happens. I say, I am more than happy to share ways that we could work together. This was a 20-minute call. It was specifically to help you, create some knowledge and an assessment. If you've got 15 more minutes, I'm happy to share. If you don't, or if I don't, like I might need to let's schedule a separate call. Is this time tomorrow work for you? Or let's, if you've got 15 minutes, I'm happy to share, the different ways. But again, if I might not have 15 minutes, I might have a client right after that, right? So that's where I say, would love to share it with you. Let's set up another time that is specific to that. Because I want them to be very, very clear that I'm not doing a bait and switch with the assessment, right? I'm not inviting them into something for free and then saying, oh, fooled ya, I'm really trying to get you to buy something, right? Like, no, don't want to do that. So I absolutely, want to let them know, happy to support you with that. We only had 20 minutes today and would be absolutely, if you've got extra time, I'm happy to share more about that.
Okay.
Yeah. That way it just feels clean. It feels clean, right? It feels
Right. You know the purpose, but you're there to serve, and you don't know what people are going to say. I mean,
absolutely.
people
Yeah. Yeah.
people are they're actually coming on a call for usually, yes, information, but information is usually like they need something. They want something. They need more information, but a
Yes,
lot.
but this is where a lot of this is the reason why people are not booking calls is because they think they're going to be sold on the call. This is
Oh,
right. And so we do not want to try to sell them on a call unless they are specifically, unless
yes.
they know that they are on a call to talk about ways that they can work with you. Right. So an assessment is not set up as this is a call where we're going to talk about how we can work together. That is not how we set up an assessment. An assessment is let me help you create a win. Let me, let's meet for this 20 minutes. We'll find out what's going on, what's working, what's not working. We'll help you create a win in this time. And then that's it, right? Of course, we can say, hey, if you want more support implementing, let me know. We can set up a separate call and I can share with you different ways that we can work together if you're interested. But the whole reason why, people are not trusting of actually getting on a call with people is because they feel that they're going to get sold to on that call. And that's not what they're signing up. They're signing up for an assessment. Right? So if they're signing up for an assessment and we're turning it into a sales call, that's out of alignment energetically. It's out of alignment integrity. It's not an integrity. And it is one of the reasons why it's really difficult, for people to even want to hop on a call sometimes because they feel like they're going to get sold to. So you want to be very, very clear that on this assessment, it is a no pitch call. And I tell people when I'm on a call with them, I am not going to invite you to work with me today unless you ask me. This is not
Exactly.
a call that I am going to pitch you or try to sell you into anything. This is a call specifically to help you create a win around whatever it is that they are asking for. Yeah. So two different calls. Yeah. Does that make sense? Yeah.
Oh, totally.
Yeah. Cool, cool. What other questions are coming up around your welcome sequence?
I have a question. Um, when you're on email too,
Mhm.
when you're kind of talking about how this all came out, what I realize is, I'm looking at the example and mine, happened a long time ago. So I'm
Mhm.
writing about when I was coaching and helping people, I realized they weren't using their intuition.
Mhm.
And that's why they weren't making the progress. So I
Mhm.
kind of go into that a little bit just because that's when I discovered it.
Mhm.
And so, does that make sense? Is that
Yeah, that's fine. Mhm.
okay?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, again, this is yours. This is yours, Caroline. You can edit it however it is that you want to edit it. Remember, this is a spine. This is not set in stone. If you
Mhm.
feel that it is going to be helpful for somebody to get to know you in that by sharing why, absolutely add it. There's
Okay, great.
totally.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. What I wouldn't do is to pull in a story that's irrelevant or out of congruence with what it is. Right.
Right.
Right. Like I wouldn't, tell a story about something that's not related to intuition.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I love that. Yeah. I've tried to make this as simple as possible. So all you have to do is copy that prompt in ChatGPT and pop it in there. Or again, follow the example and make your own. Totally fine. We just have the reasoning behind what we're putting in each email in there for you. Yeah. Let it be simple. Let it be simple. You're not going to get it wrong. I promise. Nobody's going to get it wrong. Nobody's going to get it wrong. As long as you are just talking about, the topics that we're talking about, like you're golden. You're golden. Really, this should not take more than an hour to put together these three emails. Should not take longer than an hour to put together these three. If it's taking longer than an hour to put together these three, you are overthinking it.
I I sketched out 1 and 2 in about 30 minutes.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
On
yeah.
the first one, where you're signing off, do you go ahead and just put your full name or is it Caroline or
What do
Caroline?
people call you?
Well, Caroline, but I
Yeah.
mean, do you add the last name? Because,
I don't. I just put Chris.
okay, because to me, that's more intimate and like, okay, now we're getting more close because they've already seen the name several times, the
Yeah,
full
I
name.
want them to feel like a friend,
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
So I wouldn't say, I wouldn't have like the whole thing.
Okay.
I want them to get it and to feel like they're being talked to by a friend, not a company. Yeah. Oh, good, Grania. I'm so glad. Yeah. Clear call to action to join my Facebook group. Yep, I think that's in on the thank you page. Yeah. Oh, typos on the emojis. Okay, thank you. We'll go back.
Chris,
Oh, on yours. I thought, okay.
No, I
Yes.
want, oh,
Who's asking me a question? I don't
I'm
know.
asking, maybe
Okay.
somebody else is too. Um,
And Christine had a question. Okay.
okay. Gran is saying, I like the clear call to join the Facebook on your landing page. So again, that's personal Facebook. They have to friend you. So no, that's a group. Okay. But you could do that if you didn't have, you could say to friend me.
Yep, wherever you want. So again, these are my examples of where I want my people to go. And when they download the freebie, I want them to go to my group because that is where I get to connect and nurture them. That is where they get more interaction with me. That's where I can personally reach out and say, "Hi, I'm so glad you're here. How did how did the revenue generator checklist work for you? What questions do you have for me that, now I can actually get into a conversation with people. The whole intention is that we want to get in front in a game of catch with people, right? We want to actually engage and be a real person. And so when we guide them into our Facebook group, that allows us to do that. I can't get into the whole Facebook strategy because that is a longer conversation. And, if somebody wants more, support around that, you can either book a private power hour with me or, we'll schedule another thing that we can do, later. It is inside of Activate Abundance Academy. We have a whole Facebook groups 101 inside of there in both core and amplify where we actually create, there's modules in there exactly on how you actually do your Facebook group, step by step, all of that. It's just a broader topic than what I can cover here. Yeah. Christine.
I might have missed this earlier, but in your welcome email sequence, when you are giving them another opportunity to download the freebie, if they didn't do it before, is there a place like in Kit where you're able to attach that download, or are you sending them to how are they getting that download at that point?
So what I do is I take my download and you can actually, I think, do it in Kit with like a button, a download button, where it'll do that. What I do with mine is I actually just provide the link again. So you could just provide either the link again, or you could upload your freebie to Google Drive and grab the link from Google Drive and put it there as a hyperlink. So that's another way. If you didn't download it, then they can just download it directly from your Google Drive. That's another way.
And when you say you provide the link again, you provide the link again to your landing page? Will it trigger another email to them?
It will trigger the automatic email, but they won't go through the whole sequence again.
Gotcha. Okay, thank you.
Honestly, the simplest thing to do is just, upload your workbook, your freebie,
Yeah.
a Google Drive, and just grab that link where it says share.
Yes.
You know what I'm
Perfect.
talking about?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I do that all the time. I just
Yeah,
wasn't sure
yeah.
if there was a more professional way to do it.
Oh, no, it's fine. Honestly, it's professional because when you just say download here, all you're doing is hyperlinking it. You're just highlighting that and adding the link.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Thanks.
So it's just a way for them to click. Yeah, yeah. Cool. All right. So we talked about opt-in. It's just a simple page. It's one page that you create from a template inside of your email marketing. You have, the title page, a little bit about, what it's about. We've got the benefits and we've got the about you, and that's it. We just keep it simple, right? Those are the elements that we have. Those are the elements that we have. Now, if you want to do a thank you page, like you saw on mine, that's an option. You could totally do a thank you page if you want, where it's just acknowledging, hey, thank you, come here, go here, whatever, right? Um, but you don't have to have that. You don't have to have that. Okay. It's an option. It's an option. And again, that is something that you create inside of your kit. Okay. So, and it's there. It gives you an option to create your page. And then Emily up at the right hand side, it says thank you page. So if you wanted to create a thank you page, it's automatically linked there. Yeah. Cool, cool. All right, what questions do you guys have for me? We've got 30 more minutes. I want to make sure that everybody's clear on what we've covered so far up until today. Grania, yes.
Chris, I just wanted to ask, and if this is the right place, about getting your emails uploaded to Kit, you know, your existing emails. Is there a quick and
Yeah,
easy way?
yeah, absolutely. So where are your emails right now?
I mostly use Gmail, and I have you know, kind of a personal account and the one I use for mostly for business. And I would have created some groups before from like workshops or something, you know, a while back, but they'd be definitely older emails. I haven't been contacting people or running a Facebook group for
Okay.
about 2 years. Yeah.
Okay. So if they're not in another email platform, then what you're going to need to do is manually put them inside of Kit. You're just going to add each email there.
Mostly they're on Gmail.
Yep, you're still going to have to. So Gmail is not an email marketing system. It's
Okay.
just an email provider so you still need an email marketing system like Kit or MailChimp or something like that that houses all of your emails that you want to have for your audience. Gmail is where you receive emails and then you could send a personal email, but it doesn't have the capacity to like have a landing page or things like that. Okay.
No, but to actually put my email list, the email names into ConvertKit, is there a downloadable folder from Gmail or MSN or
You
whatever?
can,
Yeah.
yeah, Margaret, go ahead.
So I do think that if you have a group in Gmail, that there is an option there to make it into a CSV file. And
Yeah,
then
maybe.
you can
Yeah.
transfer the CSV file into your email marketing. Now, I haven't done it in a long time, so I'm not 100% sure, but I have done that in the past.
Yeah. So that's why I asked if you had an email provider before, because if you were moving from Flowdesk or MailChimp or whatever, there's just a
Yeah.
simple
No, I
button that
haven't.
says download the emails, and then you choose to put it in a CSV file. If you don't have that, then you would need to find out from your Gmail account, can you just mark certain emails? Or if you're putting them all in a group, can you download the emails? If you download them into, if you can, you want to download it into what they call as a CSV file, because that's the way that you need to upload it inside of Kit. If you can't download it into a CSV file, you can still download it into, some sort of spreadsheet. And then from that spreadsheet, you can create a CSV file from that spreadsheet. Does that make sense? Yeah.
Yeah.
And that happens on your computer where you would just open up the spreadsheet and then, hover over, edit or file, and you would scroll down to export. And they would say, great, how do you want it? What kind of file do you want it in? Document, Microsoft? And you would just choose CSV, and it would take the whole list. It would export it into a CSV file. And then you would go inside of ConvertKit and you would click on upload contacts. And they would say, great, how do you want to upload your contacts? And you would say, I want to upload them in bulk. And they say, great, give us your file. And you go and you click on your file and it goes there.
Okay. Thanks.
Yeah. If you have issues with that, let me know and I'm happy to help, Grania. Yeah.
Andy has offered kindly to help, so that.
Oh, good.
Thank you so much.
Yay. Thank you, Andy. I'm serious.
You might have done it more recently, so that's
Yeah,
very
yeah.
generous of you. Thanks.
Awesome. Caroline.
I'm just trying to get a time frame because I am using help from a part-time VA. And so next week, obviously I'm thinking we have to have the email sequence done.
Mhm.
There's no more Thursdays in September. I'm trying to figure out when.
We've got another Thursday in September. We've got next week. Yeah.
Right, but so we're supposed to have the three emails, but then you said there's 3 more.
Yeah. Mhm.
So I'm trying to figure out when to tell, because time, I'm connecting with her
Mhm.
time. Can you give me a little ballpark of when this has to be, kind of like, okay, this has to be done?
Yeah, everything has to be done by October 1st. Everything has to be done by October 1st because that is when I'm going to be asking all of you to give me the link to your freebie so that I can compile all of your freebies into a bundle. So it all has to be, which means your emails need to be set up, your freebie needs to be complete, and your emails need to be set up by October 1st.
Okay, so, and just so I'm clear, the PDF is what we deliver to you to put in the bundle.
No, I need the link.
Oh,
What
the
I said
link,
is I need the link to your freebie.
the link of the freebie.
Yes. The link is going to be your opt-in page link, right? So remember the link that I just popped in the chat, Caroline, for you to download? That's what I need. I need a link from your email marketing provider. So on MailChimp, after you create your opt-in page, it's going to give you an opportunity to share it. And when you share it, it's a link. I need the link. I need the URL link itself.
Okay. And then on my end is where I have the sequence emails, the offer emails set up on my email
Yep.
system.
Yep.
So there's kind of two separate things to have ready.
Well, not really. I mean, once you create your
link
opt-in,
for
it's already done. The link is already created. You don't have to create the link. After you create your opt-in page, the link is there. You just grab it and share it with me.
But what oh no, I get that. But on
Okay.
my end, from on my side of it, what I have to have ready is all the emails set up.
Yeah, the 3 welcome email and the 3 offer email. Yep, that's it. But it's in one sequence. So it's not like you have to, basically what you're doing, Caroline, is that once it's done, you're just having your VA copy and paste it into a sequence. That's it. Like it's not going to, you can do that yourself in an hour or less. Like it's not something that takes weeks to do. All you're doing is taking the email that you wrote, you're copying it, you're going into your email provider and saying, all right, email number 1, this is it. And then you click save. And then you grab the next one and say email number 2, this is it. I want it to go 2 days after email number 1, right? So it doesn't take a long time to do any of this.
Right.
Yeah. So really all you're doing between now and October 1st is creating your opt-in page, the front part, right? Creating 3 welcome emails. You've got the information there. Creating 3 invitations into a bite-size offer. But it's the same email sequence. And that's it. Like then we're done. Then we're done. Then you just give me the link to your email. Not your email, to your landing page, the link to your landing page. You're going to give that to me. And I'm going to put it all into a bundle. I'm going to create a new landing page. I'm going to create a new email sequence. I'm going to create all of that for you so that you don't have to worry about it. All you have to do is share the link to your own email people. I'm creating it all for you. I'm creating it. I'm writing them all. Margaret's like, thank God. Thank God. I'm doing it all. As a matter of fact, if you guys want to see where we've started, I will give you a sneak peek of what the landing page looks like because I'm creating it for you right now. Yeah, Caroline.
So all we're creating for you to send to you is the landing page.
The link to the landing page. The link to the landing page.
The link to the landing page. And the landing page is just that
opt-in page that we just talked about.
Right. So the emails on my end, that's all going to be put into the sequence.
Yes.
After they click on the landing page
Yes.
that you are putting out. And then, I'm sorry, but
Darlene, I don't honestly, I don't know why you're getting caught in the weeds here. I think you're overthinking this whole
It's
process.
because I don't know. I'm not overthinking. I just simply don't know. It's so new to me. I don't know. I'm not trying to be in the weeds. I'm just like, I don't know.
Yeah. Okay. So they're going to click on the link, right? So they'll just like what you did. That's why I had you click on the link so that you could see what happened, right?
Right.
Inside of your email marketing program. So inside of MailChimp, your VA is going to set up 6 emails. The first 3 emails are going to be your welcome sequence. The last 3 emails are going to be the invitation into a bite-size offer. Okay. So she's going to get those in there. Once they're set up, you don't need to do anything else. Like
Right.
she's setting it up so that when they click submit or when they click download, it automatically starts that sequence. So they get the freebie sent to them. They get email number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4, number 5, number 6.
Okay.
So it's
That's
all
where
done.
that's where I was confused. I said, where is the freebie?
Gotcha.
Just
Yeah.
in the
Yeah.
emails.
Yes.
The
It's
first
in
email somebody would get.
the first, yes. The first, well, they're getting all 6, but it's all set
But the
up.
first one they receive, because it's a sequence, they're not getting it all at once. They're getting the
Right.
first one. Okay.
Yeah. They're
I
getting
not the same language, or I
Yeah,
don't
that's
know.
okay. That's why earlier today I said that they would get the second one 2 days later. And they would
Yes.
get the next one 2 days later. And then they would get the next one 2 days later, right? They can't possibly get all of the emails at once if it's going 2 days later. If
Yeah.
each one is coming after 2 days later.
Right. That was my concern. I couldn't find out where the freebie was at, and it's the first email they get after they opt in.
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry about that, but that's elementary.
That's okay.
Where I'm at.
That's okay. And your VA should know how to do that. If she doesn't know how to do that, you need
She
to fire
does.
her and get a different VA because that's the whole job of a VA is to be able to know how to
She
set
does,
that
but
up.
if I don't, that's not a good thing.
Yeah. Okay, great. Yes. Okay, perfect. So yeah, so it's a sequence. It happens behind the scenes. They download it. They get the first email sent automatically because it's attached to your opt-in page. And then we say, okay, after this, the next email goes 2 days later, and then 2 days later, and then 2 days later. And all of that happens in the background while you're sleeping or outside walking or in the garden with your dahlias, having fun. We don't need to worry about it. It's all done. So once that's done, so let me just kind of recap. Once your opt-in page is done, I just need that link to your opt-in page. I do not need your emails. I just need your opt-in page. That's it. Unless you want me to see your emails. If you want feedback on your emails, then pop it in the Ask Me Anything, and I'm happy to look at it. But I don't need those. Like, I'm not going to be scheduling your emails. You are scheduling your emails to go with that opt-in. Does that make
Right. So now I'm understanding the sequence of, where the marketing comes in. So for example, you're going to be in charge of this bundle thing. And I don't know exactly what that means exactly, but you're
Okay.
going to be putting that out.
Yeah.
And then are we free to also then market it ourselves? Because we could do it not with the 50 people, but do we do that as well?
Yeah, absolutely.
At the same time, or do we?
Yes. You're going to share it everywhere.
I'm going to share it everywhere and just go ahead and do it.
Absolutely.
And then
So here's what I'm creating for you guys. I'm not creating your welcome sequence. I'm not creating your offer. So Grania, I want you to be clear on that. I am not creating your welcome sequence. You are creating those emails. Those 3 emails you're creating and the bite-size offer you're creating. So you're creating 6 emails on your own. The first 3 are your welcome. The second are into your bite-size offer. That's on you. What I'm creating is a brand new landing page for our bundle where everybody is going to give me their link to their landing page and we're going to put it all together. And then I'm going to be creating a welcome sequence that is attached to that bundle, right? And I'm going to be writing those and I'm going to be sharing those emails with you so that you can send those out to your list. You do not need to create a sequence. You can just send them out to your list as just here's an email, go. Here's another email, go. I'm creating all of that for you that's going to talk about the bundle, the benefits of the bundle. Why do they want to download it? Why do they want to look at the sheet so that they can actually get all of your beautiful freebies? Does that make sense, Grania? Yeah. Okay, cool, cool. Yeah. No, Emily, I'm not reviewing them unless you want my eyeballs on it. I don't, yeah. If you're stuck somewhere and you need my eyeballs on something, yeah. But I'm not approving your emails. I'm not approving your emails.
No, I meant like, are you approving the freebie? Like, are you looking at these individually and saying like, this makes a lot of sense. This is looking great. Oh, okay.
Nope.
Okay.
No, I mean, we have spent enough time in here for it to be fine, for it to be fine. I've given you all of everything already. Like it's practically almost done for you, right? You've got the emails, you've got the templates, you've got the workbook. Like there's no reason why it shouldn't be okay.
Okay. Then I have a more specific question about just the title page. I really like how yours, let me bring it up. The revenue generating activities checklist for consistent clients and predictable income. So you have like the benefit in there right away. And I just had my title as how to turn off work mode, the 7-day reset for high achieving women. Is that a strong enough benefit to really like appeal, or
I
what
love
are your
it.
thoughts? Okay.
Yeah,
Okay, cool.
yeah,
Trying to
absolutely.
get that approved, I guess.
Yeah. You just need permission. Yes, go.
Yeah.
I
I
know,
just
right?
like I like how specific yours is, and mine is more towards like a person. So in my mind, I was like, it was feeling different, but
Yeah, absolutely. I think that's
okay.
great for sure. Jessica, did you have a question? A specific question? Okay.
The bite size offer
Mhm.
is something we should already have.
Nope, we haven't even talked about it yet. We're actually going to focus on that next week, but we can certainly use some time to talk about that today too. If there's no more questions around the opt-in page.
Quick clarification question on the bundle. So we give our link and there's an opt-in page to our freebie. But the person who has signed up to get our freebie, we'll be using their email for you to send the freebie, inviting them to everyone in the group then as well. Is that how this bundle will work afterwards?
No, so the way that it works afterwards is that, so you're going to create your freebie.
Yeah.
And think of me, I'm going to create my freebie. It's
Yeah.
just that my freebie is going to have all of your freebies as an option for people to download. Okay. Which means that, I'm going to have a little bit of blurb about every single one of you and your freebie. There'll be a little photo of it. Like I'm doing all of this back end work for you so that somebody will actually click on the link that you have given me so that they can go and download it. The link that they click is your link. Okay. So once they opt into the bundle, once they go to let's just call it's the master link. I'm just going to use that. Once they go to the master link on the bundle and click on the bundle, all of your beautiful faces and freebies are going to pop up on a beautiful page, and it's going to have your picture. It's going to have the front page of your bundle. It'll say this is what you want to download. And then every single picture is going to have a link that goes to your specific freebie.
It's a bit like we had a big kind of a conference day and we were all speakers, and your email will offer people to link into whichever one they want.
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly.
Great.
Yes.
We'll have to get working on a photograph.
Yes. Yes. Caroline, yeah. And then Deirdre.
I think Deirdre had her hand up before
Oh,
me.
I'm sorry, Deirdre.
I was just thinking that with the timing of when you're sending this out, would it be appropriate rather than a bite-sized offer for me to link it with my nurture event?
You can do your nurture event in your welcome series, but you still want to invite them to buy your bite-size offer in the last 3. So yeah, you can say like, where do you want them to go? In the welcome series, you could certainly say, hey, by the way, if you haven't signed up, we've got this great event coming. Here's the link to join us. Absolutely, you could put that in the welcome series. The only thing I caution against on that is that your freebie is available even after your nurture event. Okay. So just be careful, because if somebody downloads your freebie next month and you don't have the nurture event, they're going to be like, what the hell are you talking about? It's like, it's October.
Right, I have to make sure to get in and change the.
Exactly. The way I like to do that to make it simple is I have a PS section. So everything stays the same. And then there's a little PS section that says, hey, by the way, if you haven't signed up for the Abundant Coach Code yet, you can join us here. And then once the Abundant Coach Code is done, I go in and I delete it, delete the PS section to make it just really easy. That way I don't have to create 2 email sequences and I don't have to try to recreate the whole flow of the email. Like, it's all done.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So you can certainly do that in your welcome sequence. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. Great question. But we do, I mean, this part of our workshop here for this 30 days is to actually monetize your email, right? And so the way that we monetize it is we want to give somebody a bite-size offer so that they can make a purchase. That's how
Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Spiritual power hour.
Yeah, great, great. Caroline.
So at some point you're going to be requesting photos from us to put in your bundle.
Yes or no? I mean, I'm basically gonna be taking screenshots off of the link that you give me. So once your landing page is done, I'm gonna be taking screenshots of everybody's landing pages and putting it that way. So I'm keeping it simple too. So yeah, unless you want me to have a specific headshot of you, yeah, but honestly, we're just keeping it
Simple.
simple, 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 simple,
Okay.
simple.
Okay. Then I wrote down offer. Oh, so obviously we're doing the next 3 email sequences for next week, and then for next week we'll have to have the offer sequences done. Now, and you're telling me that's at a different place to look at those?
Yes, it's inside. You have a whole Google Drive.
And what's that called? The offer.
You have to go into the Mighty Networks to get that.
Okay.
Go into your Mighty Networks, go into the overview, and it's specifically laid out. Let me pull that up and I'll show you exactly where to find it inside there. So all of your materials are inside of your lead magnet that monetizes space. And let me share my screen with you. See where it says email swipe files, templates, and resources?
Yes.
That's where it is.
Okay.
If you guys have not spent any time in here, definitely do that, because your live call replays are here. And most of the answers to your questions are going to be here on where to find things. They're all here. It's all here.
Okay.
It's all housed here inside of the Lead Magnet that monetizes program. All of the links, everything that you need. Your workbook is here. The email swipe files, the templates, the resources, everything is there for you. Okay. Cool.
Oh, I have, sorry, just popped in. So if I do offer, let's say, a $97 mini reading, so then I have to additionally set up the monetization of them being able to pay for that through whatever I have. What is it? I don't know. Well, Calendly for an appointment to set it up, and then the payment system for them to pay it.
Yes. So you would need to have the payment link. You would need a payment link. Yeah. You would need a way for somebody to pay you.
Okay.
Yeah. So however you're taking income and however you're taking payment now
is what I use.
It there. Yeah. Yeah. If you don't have a payment system right now, I recommend Stripe, because Stripe, you can just create a very simple link, and you can create as many products as you want in there. And then that link is just they're going to click on it and it's going to go automatically to an invoice. And then they're going to click on that and be able to pay you. Yeah. Jessica.
The bite size offer is really more of a one-off kind of thing, right?
It depends. There's a lot of different bite size offers, a lot of different ways it can look. My bite size offer is a membership. So that's not a one-off session. Mine is actually the Success Studio is my bite size offer.
Right.
For you guys, you can decide if you want to have a one-off session. It could also be, it could be and I know we talked about this earlier, but it could also be a VIP day. It could be a VIP event. It could be, it could be a one-off session at a reduced rate. It's totally up to you where you want them to go. We just want to make sure that it's priced at $100 or under. Priced at $100 or under, unless it's for the whole year or something like a membership. Like my membership is priced under $1,000 for a reason, right? It's, if someone opts in for the year, it's $997, unless I'm running a special. And many of you actually got the entire year for $497. So those are trust offers. Those are bite-size offers.
Okay. I'm just trying to think of something because a membership right now, like the tech involved for that, I am not in a position to do
No.
anything
And
like
you
that.
don't have
So
you don't have an audience ready for a membership right now. So I do not want you to do a membership right now.
right.
Exactly. A membership is definitely something that is further down the freeway. If you are just starting your business and you don't have an audience yet, do not do a membership. Do not even do like a course. Like keep it simple and just guide them to a one-off session with you. That's the easiest thing to do.
Okay, thank you.
Yep. Yep. All right. Last question. Who else has a question? I want to just make sure, Caroline, I'll come back to you. I just want to make sure that everybody else gets support today. Does anybody else have a question that has not been answered? Andy.
Sorry, I was late, but quick question. With my freebie, I have my bite size offer, but I also would like to put in my 6-week supplement program because it's starting October 13th. Would that be something that I could put in or just stay with the bite size offer?
Stay with the bite size offer. And then, Andy, since you're an Activate, you can, what you can do is after they go through it, you can do a separate promo email for your
Okay.
6-week program. Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah. 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 Caroline.
That's kind of what I was wondering. I mean, down the road, we could even take this same offer and change up the monetized offer down the road after you build things up and you serve people and give them lots of value. So we can still switch around these freebies, and just take it to where we're at
Absolutely.
as we progress.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah. I mean, you don't have to have just one, bite-size offer. You can have multiple at different points, right? But for this purpose, for this one, we just want to keep it simple. We want to have your freebie. We want to have the opt-in page. We want to have the welcome sequence. We want to have the offer, one offer, and that's it for this one. Okay, that's it for this one. You can certainly duplicate this again, right?
Yeah.
And create and guide them to something else.
Yeah.
Right.
I like that.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. All right. Any final questions before we pop off for today? If there are, please make sure that you go into the Mighty Network space, lead magnet that monetizes. Go to the Ask Me Anything. Pop your question there. If you're an Activate, you can ask me a question. If you are in the monthly VIP for the Voxer, you can certainly ask me a question there too. Right. So Caroline, I know you've got access to that, Voxer. So anytime, right? Okay. Everybody feeling good? Is it everybody clear? Okay. So welcome sequence and opt-in page within the next week. Yeah. Good. Okay. Bye guys.
Bye, everyone.